Well, welcome, friends. It's Sunday, and we're back in the longitude. Slow to 300, took off from Jackson, Wyoming. Oh, shit. I never started my timer. I just realized that at the same time you did. Well, we'll have to wait till we get to the logbook screen to see how long this flight was, but I think about 38 to 40 minutes, if memory serves. About 250 miles. Going to Vernal, Utah. I think we've landed here before in the sim. We're 40 miles out, 43 miles out, and we're at 16,600 feet, which sounds high, and it would be high, except for the fact that the airport elevation is 5,274 feet. So we take that into consideration. Here's our approach. Landing on the RNAV 35 Zulu, runway length 7,000 feet, airport elevation, as I mentioned, 5274, approach course 349. We'll be exiting right upon landing at Vernal. Here's our course. You see, it's very interesting. We're actually going to fly right over the very same airport we're going to be landing at momentarily. In fact, let's go outside and look. There's Vernal. There's the airport. We're landing right here. Just a few minutes. Take note of that. There's two runways, or two somethings, but I see X's on the one on the left. Can't quite make it out. I don't know, we'll see. To me it's weird because it looks like it says 34 right, but we're landing on 33.5. Slow to 290. Okay, we're getting handed off to CTAF. I have to handle this descent ourselves. No tower. Anyway, at just passing over Victor Echo Lima, that's the VOR. And then you see there's a hell of a right U-turn we have to make when we get to Ohape, where we're not allowed to be any lower than 10,000 feet. And then at Riage, right here, we need to be at 7,200 feet. So just keep that in mind. We're not going to get any help on our descent since there's no tower, so we'll handle it ourselves. Hopefully, well, in theory, we would still get help from ATC, but we were handed off to the CTAF quite early. 30 miles out now and 13,600 feet. Given the airport elevation, that's just fine. But we are going to turn off half bank mode and continue slowing because we've got a really pretty dramatic U-turn to make. And this is not, this doesn't exactly turn on a dime. Beautiful Utah down there. Dry, dry, dry. There's snow on the ground in Jackson when we left this just a half hour or so ago. Weather in Vernal currently is 47 degrees and sunny. Winds are calm. Let's go ahead and zoom in here on our MFD down to 5. And we're going to prepare ourselves for that big U-turn. Slow to 260. Headed to Ohape, as I said. Ohape is the initial approach fix, and we're just 73 seconds from it. Descending at 1,500 feet per minute. Approach distance is 18 miles, which I'm grateful for, because when we make this right turn, so the 250, we make this right turn, see what we're doing here. We're just gonna, when we get to Ohape, like this, big old U-turn, and having a nice long final will give us the time to get set up.
Traffic Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey 15 miles south inbound RNAV Zulu runway 35.
Well, I'm not inbound yet, Cochise, but all right, fair enough. Okay, now we're starting this monster right turn, so just get ready. 11,800 feet. Altitude's good. 20 miles out. Ironically, our distance is actually increasing since we're headed away from the airport, but regardless, we're in the middle of just this monster right turn. Monster right turn. Even with half bank mode off. Yowzers. Slow to 220. Alright. There it is. Great Basin. I have a vague recollection of having landed at Vernal before. I'll have to check my previous post to see if that's true. So the 210. Making that right turn right now to Riage. But we're okay. We're looking good. I am a little perplexed by what I saw when we overflew the airport. The runway setup looked a little weird. We're cleared for 35. I could have sworn, even from way up here, that I saw 34 and then an X'd out runway. We're not going to have any more drama, though, like we did. Which one was it? I don't remember. Was it Tulsa? I think it was at Tulsa. Anyway, okay, now we're inbound to Riage. Line up, slide right in. We're going to land at whatever runway they offer us. 15 miles out. So to 200.
Kilo Victor Nicole Lima, traffic Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey 15 miles south inbound RNAV Zulu runway 35.
Hey, good. AI's handling the ATC fine so far. Okay, now we're making that left turn, lining ourselves up. That's our airport right there. Cool little feature we're flying over here. Unnamed on my map. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it's, well, okay. Not very original, but it's called the Green River. Put our landing lights on. RNAV is cooperating, so we'll engage APPR. Shallow out our descent rate ever so slightly as we level out actually at 7,200. That's perfect. Almost to Riage. 66 seconds. And we're at the required altitude. It'd be ever so nice if we could grab the glide path, but you never do know with RNAV. 2300 AGL right now. Coming over this ridge line right here. But obviously terrain's not a big issue just because we have great weather today. Slow to 190. And now 180. Do a notch of flaps. Let's go outside. Looks beautiful. There's the airport right there. Here.
Kilo Victor Nicole Lima, traffic Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey 7 miles south inbound RNAV Zulu runway 35.
Good. That's all good. Passing over Riage right now at 7,200 feet, just as we should. So to 170. Sunlight looks beautiful on the instrument panel, if you ask me. That looks great. Love it. And we just grabbed the glide path. Check it out. GP green. That's great news. Okay, slow to 160. Approach speed on this 142. Another notch of flaps. Look at that.
3 mile final runway 35.
Okay, got full flaps. Slow to 145. All right, we're all configured. We'll zoom in one last time on our MFD down to 1, and then we're going to have to deal with this drama about what the hell's going on with this runway. Yeah, see, this, I vaguely remember this. This one is clearly where we should be landing, but it's X'd out, but we're going to land there anyway. X's or no X's. Full flaps, gears down, landing lights are confirmed on, and we're set up. Airspeed's perfect. Gonna get our call out here in a sec. 500 AGL.
500.
There we go. Autopilot. I have the airplane So yeah, so basically what's happening is this is the correct runway, but the sim apparently just never updated the graphics. But we're all right. We're looking real good. I'm a glutton for punishment. Looks like we got poppies there on the left. 2 and 2. Altitude's perfect. Airspeed's perfect. We are landing on an X-dot runway, though, yet again. Good grief. It lined us up for a closed runway.
Kilo Victor Nicole Lima, traffic Cessna November, tree 4 tree Bravo Whiskey, 1 mile south inbound RNAV Zulu runway, tree 5.
All right, spoilers up, reversers on, winds are calm. I don't know, maybe this runway was under construction or something when the sim was in development. That's a possibility. All right, friends. Is that our exit coming up on the left? It's kind of funny, though. 2 closed runways and just a few, in what, less than a week. Here's our left. Okay, try to avoid that gigantic antenna structure. All right, now remember, we're at an uncontrolled airport, so let's bring in our spoilers. Welcome to Vernal, Utah. Local time 3:07 p.m. Bring in those flaps. This is going to be fun to try to... I'm going to park over here just to avoid this gigantic antenna structure that's in the middle of the taxiway. Hey, listen, if that's the worst that befalls me from the sim, I'm not complaining. Okay. We got no timer to stop, so I'm going to park over on the left. I'll go to the boards after this just to find out why there's a discrepancy on the runway that they told us to land on versus the runway that's here. The runways that are here. This looks like a good place to park, don't you think? Oh, I'll announce that I'm clear of the runway, by the way.
Kilo Victor Nicole Lima, traffic Cessna November, tree 4 tree Bravo Whiskey is clear of the runway.
We're going to own this. Park right here in this restricted area. How's that? Nice, huh? It's like we own the place. All right. That's that, friends. We'll kill the right engine. Turn off our pitot-static. Lights. Acknowledge. Final look outside. There she is. Now in Vernal, Utah. Just 3 more states left in the lower 48. Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. And you got Alaska and Hawaii. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to do my next flight. So I guess I'm stuck in Vernal for a while because I got a heck of a week in front of me. Anyway, welcome to Vernal, Utah. And glad you could join us on this flight. We'll kill our left engine now and drop that logbook screen and see just how long this flight was. Was I right? 38? Let's see how close I was. 35:28. Okay, well, that was not a bad ballpark estimate on my part. 35-minute flight down from Jackson to Vernal, Utah. We're happy to have you and hope to fly soon. Hope everybody has a good week. Take care.